Jobs related to the data in today's world is at its peak, and that's where the data science profile is. Nowadays, every fresher after finishing up their graduation is trying to move into the data science field because data science is considered as the sexiest job of the 21st century. Also, if someone is an experienced person in the other domain, they want to switch their domain into the data science field. Also, if someone is from the non-tech background, they want to switch their background in the tech field in the data science domain. Why? Because this data science profile is such. Alright, hi, my name is Kushbu, and in this particular video I am going to discuss with you about the roadmap for becoming a data scientist as a fresher. Now this particular video will be mostly inclined towards the roadmap for a fresher. Yes, so if you are a fresher, make sure you watch this video till the end. Also in this video, I'll be discussing with you about my journey, how I started studying from the very basic, very scratch. Also, I was in some other domain. I transited into the data science domain. So watch this video till the end. Again, I would say. Alright, so let us start without wasting even a minute. Now, let us first understand who a data scientist is. Now, data scientist is someone who is having millions, trillions of data, and they will be basically taking out insights out of those data. Means basically the job role of a data scientist is to gather the data, to analyze the data, to draw out various conclusions out of that data, to get the different patterns, to get the different kind of recommendation out of those data. They will be basically finding out the relationship, and they will be building out the model on this. For an example, YouTube. Alright, now if you visit the YouTube, if you watch certain kind of videos, now if you revisit YouTube, you will be able to see the similar kind of video recommendation for you. Now how does that happen? That happens because whenever you visit some kind of website, whenever you watch something on the internet, you leave some data behind you, and that's where it gets collected by the companies and used for the reference that which particular user is interested in what. So I hope in general you understood who a data scientist is and what is the job role. Now let us understand the skill set, which is very important. Now as a fresher, we are supposed like we usually used to be very blank, like from where I should start, right? Okay, so if you are a fresher and stuck at the same point, so the first thing that you need to keep in your mind that you need to choose a programming language. All right, so the first skill set is programming language. Now if you want to get into the data science domain, you will come across two types of programming language, that is Python and R. Okay, so these two programming language you will be coming across in the data science field. Most of the company in today's world is focusing on Python instead of R. I'm not saying that R is not good or you should not go for R. If you are someone who is mainly interested in analyzing and for visualization, so I will tell you to choose R. But as a data scientist, for all overall active for overall thing in the data science domain, this Python will be best. Why? Because this Python is very easy to learn if you would be knowing, right? This provides a very simple syntax to understand and to grab it as soon as the as compared to the other language. So if you are a fresher and you haven't decided which programming language you should go for, so I will suggest you to go for Python. Fine. Now once after completing the Python, I'm not saying that you need to just cover up the theoretical concept of Python as a fresher. No. Whatever concept you are studying about Python, about list, about dictionary, about tuples, about about objects, about functions. You need to practice all those concepts, okay? Because as a fresher also, if you are going to attend the interview in later days, so they are going to ask simple question on Python, such as user input and all. So you need to cover this Python programming first, then after you need to move to the other skill set, that is Python libraries. Now what is this Python libraries? Now I'll name some of the Python library. You need to just learn those library without wasting time in moving here and there. Now Python libraries, I mean to say, that is NumPy, Pandas. If you want, you can mention these topics somewhere, so that so that it will be a kind of reference for you. Pandas. After that, Matplotlib, and the last one is C4. Guys, I am just talking about the minimum skill set that will be needing in order to get you the first job. So these are the 4 libraries that is very important for you to learn. First one is NumPy, that is numerical Python. Whenever you have to perform any kind of numerical computation on the data, so at that point of time this NumPy library will be used. After that, this Pandas is used for the manipulation of data. Suppose you have a huge amount of data and you want to perform any kind of operation. Suppose you have missing values, suppose you have null values, duplicate values in your data, then how you are going to remove that, how you are going to manipulate that. So for that, this particular library will be used. Now after that, if I talk about these 2 library, this is just a kind of visualization library. Now if you have data, in order to get the information about the data, these 2 particular library will be used for visualizing the data and to understand it. Alright, so these 4 libraries is very important again. Now after finishing up this programming language and Python libraries, you need to move out to the other skill set, that is statistics. You must have heard about that statistics is very important for data science. Okay, so you need to focus on this statistics. Now what is the need of this statistics in the data science field? Let us understand about that. Suppose if you have data and you want to perform any kind of analysis, so at that point of time when you will perform statistical analysis, that will be more observable, that will give you more information as compared to the other analysis. So that is why we need to understand about this statistics, in which the concepts such as mean, median, mode. Also if you have the data which is not normalized, at that point of time these like concept which will be falling inside statistics, that is a kind of normalization, standardization, will be used. Now statistics is again very important. I would say one place where I have also learned about statistics is from Krish Nayak channel. So he has taught this statistics in very nice manner. So you can just go on this channel and you can like refer this statistics playlist. Now also I have created the statistics channel. Well, I haven't completed all the videos inside this playlist, but you can refer this. I'll keep the like link in the description. After that, when you have completed this statistics part, now comes the concept of database. What else you need to learn is database, because this is again very important. Being a data scientist, suppose if you have to access your data, if you want to keep your data, so for that a database will be needed. Now the question that would be coming in your mind, that which database? There is many database, that is SQL, NoSQL. So which database particularly you need to go for? So I'll name the database which will be very helpful to you. You need not to go for any other database. Just try to focus more on MySQL, MongoDB and Cassandra. Okay, so this is the 3 database that you need to cover for the data science job profile. Now, if you don't want to go for these 3 databases, so for the time being, I'll suggest you to go through at least MySQL and MongoDB, because nowadays in a company, in the industry, the companies are looking out for these databases. Alright, so that's where database comes into picture. Now, after finishing up the database, now in database what you need to learn: how to connect the Python with database, how to fetch your database, how to insert data into the database. So these things you need to understand and you need to learn. Now after this, there comes the main important and major part, that is of machine learning. With the help of machine learning only, you will be able to build your model, you will be able to train your model, you will be able to test your model. So this machine learning is again very important. Now one more benefit of learning this machine learning thoroughly is that if you learn all the concept machine learning, if you do 2 or 3 projects related to this machine learning, you can even apply for machine learning engineer job profile, which is again a kind of role in the data science industry. Okay, so inside this machine learning, you will be covering all the algorithm part. Again, algorithm is going to be very important, and there is more chances that could be asked in the interview. Now, there are many algorithm as well in the machine learning, that is linear regression, logistic regression, random forest, decision tree, ADABOS, gradient boost. So these all are the algorithm that you need to understand very well. Fine. After learning this machine learning, fine. Also, one more thing, guys. So machine learning, if I am telling, you need not to go through all the theoretical concept only. After finishing up each and every algorithm, also you need to implement that algorithm. That will give you more clarity, how to train your model, how to test your model on top of these all algorithm. That is again going to be a very major part. So just keep in your mind that after finishing up the machine learning, you need to go through these all concepts and try to implement in a project that is related to these all specific things, where you will be implementing all the concept that you have learned till here. Now, after finishing up the machine learning, there is 2 ways that I'll suggest you as a fresher. Okay, the one path is, after finishing up the machine learning, you can move this way, or else you can move this way. Okay, now it's completely based on your choice that which one you want to prefer. Now there will be 2 kind of companies. One company who might be looking out for a fresher having these many knowledge, means you need to know programming language, you need to know some Python libraries, statistics, database knowledge, and machine learning. Now again, there will be other companies, maybe also they will be offering you more salary as compared to this, where they will be finding out along with these skill set deep learning knowledge, CV knowledge, NLP knowledge. Now this DL stands for deep learning, this CV stands for computer vision, and this NLP stands for natural language processing. Okay, so as I said, there is 2 ways after finishing up this machine learning. The first one is, after finishing this ML part, you can go for learning this deep learning, CV and NLP, or else you can go for doing some projects related to machine learning that you have learned, and you can implement all these skill set. You can do some 2 to 3 projects, and after that you can build your resume. Now one more thing, for project, if you want to do some kind of internship project, so I will be suggesting you one internship portal, that is iNeuron internship portal, from where you can choose any kind of project related to machine learning or related to any other domain. Fine, and you can just start implementing. Also you can get the certificate from there that you have done this particular project, and you can simply keep in your resume. Now After that, there comes a part of resume building. This resume is going to be very important for you to land with your first job as a data scientist. So you need to be very attentive while preparing your resume. In which sequence, in which way, manner you need to keep your skill set so that you can get a call, because this is the first point of contact with the recruiter for you. So your information should be placed in well mannered way in your resume. Also, if you don't have any idea of how to prepare a resume, I'll be providing you some resume templates in the description box to refer that. Now, after preparing your resume, the final step that comes in the journey of data science, that is the interview preparation. Now, for the interview preparation, you can just refer to your resume. Whatever you have mentioned in your resume, you need to go through each and every line, each single word that you have mentioned, because they are going to ask the question related to your resume only. What work you have done, which project you have done, you need to explain them in detail. Now, one more thing I would like you to suggest, that having a mock interview. Suppose if you are enrolled in a course, so you can ask them to have a mock interview. That is very important, or will be helpful for you to feel like you are in an interview room, or you will be getting a practice to attend the interview. Fine. So this will help you a lot. So that's it about this data science roadmap for fresher. This is the way only in which I have prepared, I have grabbed my first job. So I shared this with you. So if you have any question related to this data science roadmap, or if you are unable to understand anything, you can just comment in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. That's it from my side. Trust me guys, if you are going to prepare in this way, the day is not far when you will be able to grab your first job as a data scientist, as I did. Alright, so see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring from your end. Thank you so much.